Hello, this is Rhonda Magee, and welcome to this introduction to the 4 establishments of mindfulness. Well, this is the 4th and final introductory session devoted, in this case, to becoming familiar with the practice of establishing mindfulness of what's traditionally called the Dharmas, but really is an invitation to really look at the nature of the suffering that you experience, the causes and conditions of suffering and distress, attachment to things that are naturally changing, and as everything really is impermanent. And so what this practice does is it helps establish in us a capacity to work with those things that cause us suffering and to be more skillful at alleviating them. So as always, we begin by reflecting on our intentions for meditating. And from this place, opening up a sense of checking in on the heart space, and as we do so, just inviting to infuse kindness and love right here, right now, inviting this sense of allowing your practice to be a place where you reconnect with your own basic goodness and feel a sense of nurturing care as you explore practicing in this session. So let's begin. Becoming aware of the body in this posture and feeling points of contact between body and the supports that exist for you here, chair, cushion, the floor beneath all of that, and beneath that the earth surrounding us, what we call the environment. But as we rest, we may become aware of this body as always embraced, held by, in relationship to, or relating with the supports that exist for us. And in that sense, we can become curious about how it is that we hold a sense of the self as separate from all of these supports, and really allow an opening up of the sense of deep belonging, deep interrelationship, body and breath and the natural world, and so as we breathe in and out, inviting a gentle scan to deepen our mindfulness of the body in this moment. And as we do so, scanning from head to toe, in this case, perhaps just noticing as we breathe in and out and bring attention to the crown of the head, down through the face, shoulders. Just breathing in and out and noticing the quality of solidness, the earth element in the body, the element of water, fire, air, spaciousness moving through us as we gently scan down through shoulders, torso, buttocks, legs, knees, and then connecting with the earth itself outside of the body. So breathing in and out, becoming a little bit more aware of the different ways in which the body that we hold to be this singular separate entity is comprised of these elements. And then reflecting on the changing nature of the body, bones, flesh, skin. And as we breathe in and breathe out, noticing the gentle ways in which the awareness of body can reconnect us to some of the pleasant aspects of what it's like to come home to the body and rest here. And so we've begun to shift into the establishing of mindfulness of feelings, feeling tones, feeling states. So inviting, as we continue to just rest in the body, the posture we've chosen, checking in to notice any way in which as we scan down from the crown of the head, once again, noticing any pleasant feelings in the body and the different regions that you can allow your attention to scan through. Any pleasant feelings, any unpleasant feelings, any neutral feelings as the scan continues down through the torso, the buttocks, the legs. Just being open to sensing any pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral feelings in or on this body in this moment. Noticing any way that what we find when we become curious may, as we reflect on it, allow our attention to rest on the sense of pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. Invite an inquiry into whether or not this is a solid state of experience, or if in fact, even as you observe that, it begins to change, and the changing quality of this experience may become apparent as unpleasant experience shifts into neutral, neutral to pleasant, and so forth. So from here, we're already well positioned to explore mindfulness in the mind itself and invite an inquiry into the quality of the mind. Are we becoming more familiar with what it feels like in the mind to have mindfulness established to the fore? So breathing in and breathing out, is there clarity, openness, ease? And on the next out breath, allowing a relaxation and release. And really allowing the taste of mindfulness to be known. And so from this place, we might really invite a settling in for just a moment or two. Breathing in and breathing out in mindfulness. And sooner or later, you will notice the mind drifting off. As you may have already noticed, mind becoming distracted by thoughts or plans, some remembrance of some moment past, a strong emotion or a sensation in the body may have carried your attention away. And so with mindfulness of Dharmas, we're just inviting an inquiry into, is there a way that what we're experiencing when we're distracted may be described by one of the 5 traditional obstructions or hindrances to mindfulness. And those 5 are anger. So as we pause to notice our distractedness, is there a quality of anger that's associated with whatever distracted us momentarily? And breathing in and breathing out, you might notice, oh no anger is here, and you might just appreciate a mind free of anger for the moment. And then the invitation is to explore whether the distraction was in some measure about desire or clinging, attachment to a thought, an experience, some object of your desire, and opening up to sense if there is that clinging quality. What underlies that in the nature of a feeling tone, perhaps of pleasantness, or a sensation that invites thinking about the pleasantness associated with grasping, holding on to that which is drawing our attention into desire, thoughts, experiences, feelings. The third traditional hindrance is often named sloth or torpor. And another way of thinking about this is just boredom or fatigue in extreme form. It might just be kind of zoning out or burnout. And so you can invite an inquiry into whether when you're being distracted in your practice of mindfulness, it's some version of this sort of sense of boredom or malaise. And if so, you might inquire as to whether or not underlying that is a kind of habit of resting in a state of neutrality, a feeling tone of neutral, of not wanting to be engaged. And breathing in and out, bringing kindness. And if you're not feeling this sense of boredom or malaise, you might inquire into whether or not the fourth hindrance is present. Restlessness and worry. So we might be distracted by some worries, some thoughts that recur, some ruminations. And here again, if so, you could inquire as to whether or not there's a feeling tone associated with that particular distraction. And it could be some version of aversion, something you're trying to push away, you're worried about, not wanting to be present. So inviting a resting or opening up the sense of breathing in and feeling being held in ease and support in this moment. Meeting this restlessness with a reminder that for this moment you're safe, you're okay, you're at ease. And finally, the fifth traditional distraction, doubt might be present. We're not sure mindfulness is for us. And so the invitation here is to just name and acknowledge perhaps that being doubtful is a feature in our experience. And see if you can come back to your intentions for practicing, the feeling of basic inner goodness and compassion for your life and experience, or desire to be of service to others. That is part of what motivates you to practice. And see if that can deepen, just for the moment, enough faith in this practice to stay present, breathing in and breathing out. And so, as we continue to allow ourselves to explore mindfulness of the Dharmas, we can deepen that sense of ease and concentration, but also a sense of the skillful ability we have to navigate that which can distract us along the path. Well, that's it. You've just completed this fourth and final meditation practice for establishing mindfulness in a deeper way, contemplating dharmas or establishing mindfulness of that which causes us suffering and of some of the ways that we can alleviate it through practicing mindfulness. I've appreciated being here and having this opportunity to offer this introduction to you. Thank you for your practice. I look forward to joining you here in another session. In the meantime, may you be well, safe, connected, and at ease on your journey from here.